Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So like I've been telling you guys for 10 years, the most dangerous weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera. And that continues to be proven every day. So Tim Bradley, he went on GHP-TV, completely spreading disinformation and contradicting himself from everything he said before when it comes to this situation with Ryan Garcia testing positive for PEDs. Now Tim Bradley, he's defending Ryan Garcia when it comes to the failed positive test. Now he's claiming he never had a problem with Ryan Garcia testing positive for PEDs. And the only thing that bothered him was the fact that Ryan Garcia didn't make weight and came in 3 pounds over. Now Tim Bradley is literally almost repeating word for word every single thing Ryan Garcia said in his defense for why he tested positive. I mean, not that it's going to help Ryan Garcia in this lawsuit, but the way Tim Bradley is talking in this clip I'm going to play for you guys, he could literally be Ryan Garcia's defense attorney when it comes to the actual lawsuit. The only problem is they would be able to play the clips of what Tim Bradley actually said before he started to defend Ryan Garcia, which are the clips I'm about to play for you guys right now. This is what Tim Bradley said right after he found out that Ryan Garcia tested positive for Ostarine.
It's mental for him now.
But he even said that.
He is now like considered, I guess, the villain. The loser. Although the real villain and the real loser is Ryan Garcia. I probably shouldn't even say that, but it's just it is what it is because I don't think I have the merit to be able to say that because you already know how I feel already. But I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, what are we doing? Why are we praising this guy?
Why do you think that is, though?
We cheat. I mean, come on. But it's the way the society is now, man. You uplifting negativity. That's just I can't deal with that, man. It's hard for me to understand it, and I could just see how this young man is operating, and he got everybody confused. But at the end of the day, he cheated, man. Came in on the over the weight. He took that Ostarine or whatever that shit's called. He took that, no doubt about it. And they just had another sample that just got tested.
New York Commission
just tested it, and they still found it in there. So and then all the excuses that were being made and all this, and you got everybody defending this kid, man. He cheated. Period. Cheated at the end of the damn day, bro.
Now, I want you guys to remember that line throughout this video, what Tim Bradley just said right there. He said all the excuses they making for him, everybody trying to defend him, he cheated. Bottom line, he cheated. Now, before we get to what he said recently, I still want to play some clips of what he said once again, right after he found out that Ryan Garcia tested positive. This right here is a complete different interview that he did. In this interview, Bradley is saying it doesn't matter if it was contamination or not. He cheated, and he should be banned for life.
Whether it was contaminated or not, he was dirty. That's just it. He was dirty. Ostamine or Ostatine or whatever you call it, it was in the system. Put it like that. It was in the system. Performance enhancement drug. Mm-hmm. So he has to deal with the consequences.
My last question.
That's it. Deal with the consequences, son. A year? He lucky he got a year. He lucky he got a year, bro. Should have been 2 years. Should have been shit. A life ban, man. Look, man, the only way you stop this shit, bro. You gotta nip it in the butt, man. You gotta do life bans for guys. You look throughout the history of boxing, bro. There's so many dudes that test positive for performance enhancing drugs, bro. So many guys, bro. Like, get out of here with that, man. And there's a ton of guys that are doing it now, bro, and getting away with it. So, life bans, you start doing that, God, people will think twice about it, man.
Okay, so now we finally get into what Tim Bradley has recently said. Once again, the man that said, why are people making excuses for this man? Why are people defending him for cheating? Is exactly what Tim Bradley is doing now. Now, I'm going to play this clip for you guys, but just mind you, he's going to start this clip off saying he doesn't condone any PEDs, but I want you guys to pay attention to where that leads to.
Like, I don't condone any performance enhancement drugs or whatsoever. Like it shouldn't be shit in your system. When I was fighting and stuff, I was actually paying for my opponents to actually take the test because I believe I wanted to clean the sport. Floyd was doing it, and I was just like, "Yo, that's a smart thing to do. I want to have an even playing field." Did it for Pacquiao, did it for Marquez. Marquez didn't actually want to do Vada. Marquez wanted to do USADA. And you know what reason why he wanted to do USADA, because VADA don't allow anything in your system, no kind of percentages whatsoever.
That is completely false. VADA does allow a certain percentage in your system because if you guys remember, Ryan Garcia, he had another PED in his system called Nandrolone. And he didn't test positive for that because it was such a small amount in his system. It's also completely false when people keep saying the ostarine was such a small amount in his system because according to VADA, Ryan Garcia's ostarine levels was 60 times over the limit. And I'm pretty sure VADA will be subpoenaed in this lawsuit and they will testify to that. And I'm telling you right now, and it's going to be hard to refute it when you have scientists confirming it.
So I don't condone drug using in boxing. I don't. But I'm just gonna let y'all know what I heard. So an inside source, somebody real close on the inside, told me that Monday, Ryan Garcia was 20 pounds overweight. And I believe this dude, I believe this dude, man. He said he was 20 pounds overweight. He was thinking about not even fighting. Dude barely trained for the fight. Yes, he was out tricking, popping, doing his thing in the club, smoking dope, but you name it. He was out there doing what he was doing. That's facts. He didn't really train for the fight. And he wasn't planning on fighting the fight. There's the week of the fight. He's 20 pounds overweight. Anyways, let me get to the story. There's a guy from New York that they called because Ryan was like, fuck this. Ryan had a strength and conditioning coach that was there, and he was sitting down, and Ryan was like, I ain't doing shit. I ain't doing nothing else. I fuck it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just gonna cancel the fight. So they called this dude named Scooter. Scooter supposedly came, and this is a story I heard, man. Came, uh, he talked to Ryan. He told Ryan, "No, you know what? I'm gonna try to get you down. You just got to do what I asked you to do." You know what I mean? And he somewhat called for a supplement that he had used. I think it was 6 months ago. He used it on a MMA fighter. It's a supplement. I don't know the name of the supplement, but it was a supplement to help lose weight. So he got it. I guess it came in through the mail. It's the same product that he used for that same MMA guy that didn't pop dirty. And he gave it to Ryan. Ryan, okay, got down to like 143, and Ryan was like, "I'm fucking done. I'm not doing nothing else before the weigh-ins. I'm done. 143 is it. I'm not gonna fucking make the weight." All right. So he got on the scale. He made the weight. The fight happens. Everything happens. Everybody know the story of what happened.
Now, Tim Bradley, he's saying he heard from a source, but about 70% of what he's saying, we already heard it before. We heard Scooter say a lot of this stuff, except for Tim Bradley claiming that Ryan Garcia, he didn't train at all. And Scooter gave Ryan Garcia some mysterious supplement that he used for some MMA fighter. That just contradicts so many things that Ryan Garcia has already said. I mean, first of all, if he got the supplement from Scooter, why did he blame it on Neutral Bio or Body Health? Two separate supplements that Ryan Garcia, by his own admission, had already been using before he was dealing with Scooter. And let's also remember, every fighter or every athlete in general that gets caught cheating, taking PEDs, they always claim that somebody else gave it to them and they didn't know what they were taking. That's what Tyson Fury said. And most importantly, that's what Marion Jones said. And she was banned for life from the sport of track and field. So even when you claim that somebody gave it to you and you didn't know what you were taking, it still doesn't change the fact you're responsible for everything you put in your system. Which, by the way, I don't believe it was contamination, but I'm going to get more into that after I continue playing this clip of what Bradley said.
Everybody know the story of what happened.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, he pops. And that's why Ryan is saying, like, yo, like I didn't take anything. You know what I mean? This is the supplement that I took. So Ryan got suspended, not for steroids or the supplement. He got suspended because he didn't report that use of that supplement that he used.
Right.
See, when you get to do the VADA testing, you have to report all the supplements that you're taking. He didn't have that listed on the supplement list. So that's the reason why he got suspended.
Disinformation at its finest. Ryan Garcia got suspended for what was in the supplement, which was ostarine, a banned substance. He didn't get suspended because he took NutraBio and didn't report it. But what Tim Bradley says, it gets even worse.
Was because of that. He didn't get suspended because of I don't even know, it was a small amount or whatever. He didn't get suspended for that. He got suspended because he didn't have that on the freaking list.
Right.
Okay. Now, did it have anything? See, I was always worried about the 3 pounds. That's what I was worried about. Nobody knew going into the fight that he had performance enhancement drugs in the system. Nobody knew that. We found out later. But the 3 pounds for me I thought was too much, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say, oh, it's only 3 pounds, only 3 pounds. Well, when you look at Devin Haney, who usually blows up, goes up to 165 pounds, he loses weight rapidly, and then he blows back up in weight. He doesn't do it the proper way. You know, he drains his body down to get down to that weight. Well, he suffers doing that, as you know. Greg, you suffered. Those last 3 pounds are the hardest fucking 3 pounds of your life to get off. So Ryan didn't have to go down there. Ryan didn't have to feel that pain. Ryan didn't have to sacrifice like a Devin Haney. So having those 3 pounds actually aided him.
So while Tim Bradley is consistent with what he said before and what he's saying now about the advantage that Ryan Garcia had by not having to lose those 3 pounds, he's not telling the truth when he says that the 3 pounds is the only thing that he was worried about. Because the whole reason why Tim Bradley said that there should be a life ban was because of the steroid use and not because of the 3 pounds. He never said that Ryan Garcia should be banned for life because he came in 3 pounds over and didn't make the weight. And you guys can go back and listen to the clip that I played for you guys at the beginning of the video.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not endorsing Garcia. I'm just saying that, hey, look, there was some funny business. According to my source, he don't know how that shit got into that supplement because, again, an MMA guy took it 6 months prior and he didn't get popped for shit.
Now, usually when you hear somebody say in their sentence like, hey, I'm not endorsing Ryan Garcia, usually that means they're about to say almost every single thing that the people that are endorsing Ryan Garcia would say, right? Just like when I see somebody in my comment section, they'll start off the sentence saying something like, hey, I'm just letting you know, I'm not a Canelo Alvarez fan. But then they'll say every single thing that a Canelo Alvarez fan would say. Or here's my favorite one. When someone starts off the sentence saying, hey, I'm black, and then they'll end up saying something that's like completely anti-black, which I've responded to one of them before. And I told him, I said, listen, if you're black, you don't have to try to convince people that you're black. Because then you come off as disingenuous, like you're using a fake profile just trying to justify saying something that's anti-black. But I digress.
So that's all I'm saying. That from my source, that it was something happens between the transportation of when that shit was shipped and came into Ryan's freaking hotel room and where he took it to start training to lose weight for the fight. So that what was told to me by a source that I trust, and I trust this person with my kids. Like, I trust him with my kids.
Now, this whole story that Tim Bradley just told, once again, this is almost Ryan Garcia's version of what happened word for word. So here's the question. How are you believing a racist cheater that intentionally comes overweight so he does not have to do the work that Devin Haney does? He allows Devin Haney to do all the work, draining himself, making himself weak, so Ryan Garcia can come in with a major advantage. When Ryan Garcia, he could have easily contacted the Haney team and told them a week before the fight or 2 weeks for the fight, look guys, I cannot make 140. Can we agree to have this fight at 143? Ryan, he could have did that. He didn't want to do that because once again, he wanted to make sure he came in with the advantage. And you're going to believe this story that Ryan Garcia has been sharing of how somebody just came in and gave him some mysterious supplement that got him suspended, tarnished his whole entire career? Ryan Garcia has zero credibility. And what makes Tim Bradley sharing this story even more ironic is the fact that Ryan Garcia has no respect for Tim Bradley.
Yeah, Timothy Bradley, suck my dick.
Yeah. Tell him, Ryan.
Tell him, Ryan. This man ain't got no respect for you. Not only did he say that, but he also called for the termination of Tim Bradley at ESPN. He put up this post saying Tim Bradley works for ESPN and ESPN still lets him commentate. Sick work. I may sue ESPN. Ryan has threatened to sue everybody, and not one single lawsuit has been filed by Ryan. Not even a lawsuit towards Scooter, the guy he claims is the one that tarnished his entire career, and now has Ryan getting sued for millions and millions of dollars. He also put up this post saying, all my Mexican fans, can you stand up for me? I'm so hurt ESPN let somebody call me a zoo animal live on ESPN. Coincidentally, after Ryan Garcia put up a post of him hanging with some monkeys, which was in response to Bill Haney putting up the countdown video when they were counting down the days to the B sample coming back. So anyway, there were some other things that Tim Bradley has said. He said things like he had already beat fighters that were on PEDs before, and he was saying that all Devin Haney had to do was put his right hand up. Basically saying all he had to do was avoid the left hook. Which is absolutely true. That is true. All he had to do was avoid the left hook. That's no different than saying when Cotto fought Margarito the first time, all he had to do is avoid a lot of Margarito's punches and he would have won. It doesn't change the fact that Margarito was cheating. Go back to the Resto versus the Billy Collins fight when Resto removed padding from his gloves. Billy Collins, he could have won that fight as long as he didn't get hit. Hell, if you fighting somebody with a knife and you don't have one, you could beat his ass as long as you don't get stabbed. You can give somebody a head start in a race and beat them in a race as long as you're faster than them. So when Tim Bradley says all Devin Haney had to do is keep his right hand up, it doesn't change the fact that Ryan Garcia cheated. So it's like Tim Bradley, he comes out and says this, or Bill Haney, he comes out and he said, yeah, we could have did different things, which is true. You got old media celebrating because they're saying this. It doesn't change the fact that Ryan Garcia cheated. And once again, Bradley, all of a sudden, he's doing a 180 using all of Ryan Garcia's talking points, trying to say, oh, it was just a small amount in this system, which I've already completely debunked. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much was in this system. You're either a cheater or you're not a cheater. You're either gay or you're not gay. You can't tell somebody you're just a little gay because it ain't no such thing as being 2% or 5% gay. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.